With that, our mission at the Chamber, if you don't already know and you just joined because it seemed like a fun group to join, thank you. But our mission at the Chamber is to promote, inform, and empower the businesses of Hermosa Beach. On a deeper level, truly, the Chamber's function in Hermosa is specific to really support the variety of businesses that we have. And because we have such we actually have over 1,000 businesses in Hermosa. Most of them are small businesses. And so we focus a lot on making sure not only that every business gets heard, but that every business gets included. So we focus a lot on making sure that we develop the business community. We have a website. If you likely applied on the website for membership there, but please remember that this is also a general resource. We are now likely the most active calendar in the city for all of upcoming events. We try and make sure Millie adds a bunch of stuff there, so does Shy, to make sure that we include even things that aren't related to the Chamber, everything that we can on the calendar here. And if you're ever talking to anybody and they want to know what's included in the member benefits, or if you yourself want to know, like, what was it, everything that's included as part of my membership, you can go to that membership info page and see right there the list of everything that's included. And, you know, it's everything from when you first open, if you want a ribbon cutting, if you have a physical space, to advocacy, if you're applying for permits or licenses for things in the city and feel like you need a partner, whether you need some answers and help with communicating with the city. We have a liaison that we work with the city to get answers on, do you need a permit to have an A-frame in front of your business? Do you need a sign business? What kind of business permit do you need if you're a business that works from home? And what's allowable for a home business right now? The Planning Commission and City Council have actually been revising that. So we have all of that information. We also provide resources, especially during the pandemic. Tools to get funding, tools to pivot your business, tools to getting you online and learning better about social media and so forth. We also promote our businesses. We do a lot of heavy marketing on social media. So with that, when you're navigating the website, you can also navigate some of the areas that are specific to member businesses. We have a full directory on the website that's available to the public. And the second you join, you actually get added to this directory listing. And so you can search for yourself. You'll see things under categories there. The business directory is there. And I actually wasn't sure if people used this business directory. You'd be really surprised. We get calls all the time. People said, I was searching the directory and found XYZ. People use this. This is the events calendar we were talking about. We include a bunch of events. When we are not crazy busy planning for Fiesta, we also include a lot of events for SBDC, and there's another one I'm forgetting a blank on right now that helps you better your business. They're usually free seminars, little virtual events you can attend, depending on your business dynamic and how it can help. In addition to that, city events, community events, reoccurring events, and so forth, they're all there. And you can add events to this calendar with the plus icon up here. And we just click and approve it. We get a notification and click and approve it. So if you're doing anything, please add it to the Chamber calendar. You can add it directly yourself here, and then we'll just approve it and add it in. The member-centered tab on the website includes a bunch of other added resources, membership info, a musician directory. So we have a directory of South Bay musicians. We did a call for it when the city approved an urgency ordinance for live outdoor music. We now have that available to businesses that maybe want to hire live musicians for an event or their dining deck or for whatever. We have a directory of self-submitted South Bay musicians if you want to support local and hire local. It asks everything from, are you vaccinated, to what types of music you play? Are you a trio or solo, acoustic, amplified, those types of things. You can search through that directory. You can also log in to the member portal here, and we'll show you that in a second. You can post job postings on here. Again, I was surprised we get a lot of traffic for those job postings as well. And we have resources, marketing opportunities, and SCORE. That's the word I wasn't thinking of before. SCORE is a resource we have on the website. If you're a business looking for some mentorship or guidance, it's a free resource to you as a chamber member. You can reach out to a SCORE mentor and they will connect you with somebody related to your needs, and they give you a mentor. I met with somebody recently who was looking to get into real estate development, and they partnered them with somebody, they're usually retired folks in those fields, and got immense knowledge from somebody, some guidance with that. So really cool that those are available to you. If you go to the member login and then you forget your password, which everybody does, you can click to reset. If you attempt too many times, you get locked out, then you call us. But usually you can just click to reset. And once you're logged in, this is what the member portal looks like. There's an opportunity here to read a message from the chamber. We don't update this too often because we don't assume you guys are sitting around all day logging into the member portal, just wondering what the rest of the members are doing. But that said, any important announcements would happen up here, and then any announcements from chamber members would happen down below. But you can also have quick access to job postings here and quick access to events here. And then it also tells you, how much of your profile you've completed and any upcoming events and so forth. So this is like your Facebook of the chamber, if you will. In the job postings area, this is kind of what it looks like. Not kind of, this is what it looks like. When we talked about it, you can just easily submit and we approve and it automatically posts. We also then include it in the Beach Bulletin, the community newsletter, which goes out every other week. We have one going out next week. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. The resources, as I mentioned, especially for COVID, we provided resources directly to organizations that can give you dependable information. But then, for example, when the urgency ordinance was approved for live outdoor music, we immediately put those resources on our website. So if you ever have questions about what's approved, what's not approved, what can I do, we provide those resources on this page and that information there, so you can always access and access that information. And this is SCORE. This is what I was mentioning about finding a mentor. This is available to you, and you can sign up for free, and they provide a mentor to your business. That's actually very cool. Marketing opportunities, we're going to talk about this a little bit in a minute. All the different ways that you can utilize your chamber membership for free to promote your business and get included in events and activities. Mike, you were mentioning Fiesta and so forth, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So how to take advantage of the marketing opportunities? Well, first of all, obviously you can post your events and job listings on the chamber website, as mentioned before, but you can also tag us on Facebook and Instagram. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. You can send us your ads for the Beach Bulletin to be included in the local highlights, and we'll show you what that looks like. You can send a promotional email. There's a little bit of an added fee there if you want to send to our general audience, but it's free if you'd just like to send it to chamber members. And then you can also sponsor events or projects or be included in events. Specifically right now for Fiesta, it's free. Sidewalk sale, it's free to be included in the sidewalk element of Fiesta. So I'll talk about that as well. That's not in my deck, but I'll talk about that in a second. On social media, we have three main audiences that we tailor in our marketing. We have the chamber accounts, we have Hermosa One, and we have Truly Hermosa. If you don't follow all three of these on both Facebook and Instagram, I highly recommend you do it now. Our chamber account is specifically focused on the audience of businesses, but we do still also promote business information on there. So we welcome new members, we advertise some of the events that we do, but by and large, we consider the audience for the chamber account to be our member businesses. We try and promote businesses that cater to other businesses because we assume that the businesses will be looking to the chamber account to get resources and information for their business. So when there's alerts or information changing COVID protocols, we always include it on the chamber account so that businesses can get dependable information from that. The Hermosa One account was developed by myself. It's how I got this job before, right when the pandemic began, but before I was worked for the chamber as a community resource for information and to develop sort of a lifestyle brand for the South Bay. And that's how we've continued. We've brought it into the chamber, and that's how we're continuing to market to that audience. So Hermosa One is a lifestyle brand channel that we market all of our events and businesses to. You must be a chamber member to be, I think I said this, but I'm going to reiterate, you must be a chamber member to be marketed or shared on either or any of these channels. So sometimes people will tag us and stuff, and we'll gently remind them that you need to be a chamber member. But we promote content on Hermosa One to locals in the broader South Bay community, and cultivate sort of a lifestyle brand to encourage locals to support local. Truly Hermosa, we use as our visitors brand and our communication to our visitors audience. This is the one that we pay attention to least at the moment, but as you know, we have a new office here at 120 Pier Avenue, and we'll be focusing on being a true visitors bureau in the coming year. And we'll be developing this brand further, and we'll be focusing on targeting and cultivating the visitor experience, a heavier focus on hotels, a heavier focus on dining and shopping, and a heavier focus on sort of what makes people want to come and visit, staycationing to longer vacations in Hermosa. So when you're tagging us in content, keep in mind these three audiences and tag the one that seems relevant to what you're posting. Some people tag all three and we reshare what's relevant. But if you tag us in a story, which is right here, we all automatically reshare stories. If you're a chamber member and it's relevant to content, I mean, if you tag us with your dog, I would probably reshare that on Hermosa One. But if you tag us with your dog on Truly Hermosa, I probably wouldn't reshare that unless it was a ridiculously cute dog surfing or something. But almost always I reshare every story that we're tagged in. And it's very easy for us to reshare. So just don't forget to tag us. Posts, if you tag us in posts, we get tagged a lot. So I don't repost everything that's tagged us in posts, but it helps your traffic, it helps our traffic. And then we do try and remember to save and repost content when we're tagged in posts to some degree. And sometimes we take your post and we share it in our story. So by all means, please do tag us. The Beach Bulletin is a community newsletter that we submit out to the community. During the pandemic, the city was at capacity with staffing and was unable to continue their community newsletter that they submitted to their email list. I think it was about 2,500 people to the community, and we gladly picked up where they left off. We think that the chamber can provide this community service to the community and provide good info, not just information that businesses are offering and want to promote, but also events and activities that, you know, doesn't directly relate to the chamber. We'd like to do that as a community service. So with that, the chamber bulletin we launched in March, I want to say, where I think we're on our 12th issue. It goes out every other week, and there's ample opportunities to promote businesses in the Beach Bulletin. Our following, our subscription list grows every week. I think we're now also at 2,500, or we're getting close there. We have a 30% open rate, I want to say, or nearing there, and a very high click rate. People really engage with the newsletter. So there's usually an opening. There's an area for special events. There's an events calendar. We feature all of our new chamber members. We also feature new businesses in the community, whether they're chamber members or not, because we want to include them. And we feature a local highlight area where this is basically ads you can submit. We only do a max of 4 per issue, and you can submit up to 6 per year. All you have to do is design this set 1200 by 630 pixel graphic to us and tell us what you want it to link to, and we include it in the newsletter. You just have to get it to us the week before it happens. So it's pretty easy to be included. You just have to remember you want to be included. So Mike, I'm thinking about you as you're trying to spread the word about your product. By all means, you can be included in this. You're muted if you're trying to say something. You can, I see you.
Sorry. Yes, I was contacted by Discover the South Bay right after I stopped at your office, and I took out an ad in their magazine, the free magazine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I created an ad just like this. So I was writing it down, and I was going to go in do one in Adobe Illustrator and send it
Yep.
over. So
Yeah, send it to us. We'll include it next week.
perfect.
Please send it, and I'll include it in, and I would love to put in the highlights for you. I could also put the email in the chat, unless you, I'm assuming, do they have that information already?
They might, but you might go ahead and toss that in there, Shai. That would be helpful.
Chat, just in case.
Yeah. So the beach bulletin includes a bunch of information. If you have information that's specific, like community news, sometimes we have businesses that want to announce they're expanding or they're growing, or they have news related to they were honored to some capacity, or something that's newsworthy. We can include that in our news section. If you're having an event, we include that in our events section. If you're a new member, you're included as a new member. So there's definitely opportunities to be included in the beach bulletin, and please, this is all free to you. So maximize those opportunities by all means. We also do promoted emails. I mentioned that there's a fee for this. There is. If you want us to send an email to our entire email database, which actually is growing because of Fiesta, I think we might be over 3,000 now. So I'm recording this, so whoever's watching the recording, it'll probably be much more after Fiesta. That said, our email list keeps growing, and it's a $100 fee. You must be a chamber member. And this is exactly what it looks like. At the top, it says promoted email. You send us a graphic, and then we'll make the button say whatever you want it to say at the bottom, linking to whatever you want. And you can use this to promote whatever you'd like, provided it's in good taste. And we only send one max per week. So if you are anticipating you're going to have this massive holiday promotion of your product and really want to make sure you do this, get it into us and lock in your week in advance. So we do that because we don't want to exhaust our email list. We only do one a week. If you'd like to send out a promotion to chamber members, there is no limit on the amount we'll send per week, and it's free to send to chamber members. So if you have a promotion that's relevant to chamber members, I encourage you not to exhaust the chamber member list, but certainly if you're offering to them a discount to other chamber members, that's appreciated, and we encourage that. Other benefits to membership, advocacy and guidance. This is something people don't often find a lot of value in until they really need it. You know, we've been actively engaged since I started here, but even before that, in deep listening to the members and trying to pay attention and advocating for their needs. When you're applying for something at the city, it can be overwhelming, or you can be confused, or you don't want to ask the questions that you're afraid the city is going to judge you about, or think that you're breaking rules. We're here as a resource to be that middleman. We're happy to ask the question for you. We're happy to, if we know the answers, to give the answers for you, but we're also happy to you know, advocate on your behalf if you are going in front of the planning commission for something, or going in front of council for something and really feel like it's something that you could benefit from having the chamber write a letter of endorsement or speak up at a meeting for you. We're here for you. I wouldn't say that we do it for every request, because some requests don't match you know, the intent and mission of the chamber, but on many occasions, there have been the case where we do. The H2O Hotel recently received approval by City Council to serve beer and wine in their lobby lounge to guests and guests of guests. And we advocated and spoke up and wrote letters of support, and other members did as well, to show business community support for that effort. We've done it also, the music urgency ordinance, we were all fired up and behind that, same with outdoor dining. So we advocate and get people to write in and speak up about that. So we're here to get people to get together and speak up. We also have a city liaison at the city. Her name is Christy Teague, and her job is solely dedicated to providing and being a contact at the city to answer questions that businesses have. For example, I got a question the other day. During the pandemic, the permit for having an A-frame in front of your business was waived. When does that expire? I didn't actually know the answer to that, because we've still been having a lot of A-frames in front of businesses, and I didn't know if those folks still had permits. So I asked Christy, and Christy replied to them. We had another business who said, hey, traffic on PCH has been really crazy lately, and I know some drunk drivers have been driving into the sides of businesses. We would like to reach out to Caltrans and see if maybe some extra blockades could be put up in front of our business. How do we facilitate that? And I put them in touch with Christy, and Christy is helping facilitate that communication. So by all means, we should utilize our city liaison, and we can help connect you to her for help with that. We also connect you to other businesses. I get calls, Millie gets calls, Shy gets emails and responds to them requesting, do we have a person that does this? Yes, it's all likely, in all likelihood, we have a chamber member who can do that. We have printers. We have, somebody asked the other day, do we have a balloon person? Yes, we have a balloon person that can decorate ribbon cuttings and special events in the front of events. Do we have a caricature artist? Yes, we do. We have Millie who can come and do your event. Various restaurants have asked, for the musician directory, which is why we did that. But our mission here is to help connect chamber members with other members, and we can do that for you. So give us a call. Business to business discounts. I mentioned this before. Certainly if you want to do a promoted email to other chamber members, but also if you want to regularly put out a discount to other businesses for your business, we encourage that. Minuteman Press in Redondo does a regular $100 worth of free printing on your first order with them. We'll gladly promote any offers you want to offer to other people. So let us know if you have anything that you'd like to offer. Ribbon cuttings are back. This was the Bruce Hall that we did back in, I want to say May 5th. I think it was Cinco de Mayo. We did a ribbon cutting for Burn the Ships Electrics recently, and we have one today for Beachbound Sports, 5:30 over here at 114 Pier Avenue. We're excited that businesses are choosing to come and open up in Hermosa Beach, and we encourage that. We provide and coordinate attendance by city and elected officials to come and speak. We provide the ribbon and the scissor cutting and the coordination of the details, and certainly connect you with photographers and catering and reception potential areas and so forth, and the balloon people, if you want to have balloons, for all of your ribbon cutting interests, and publicize it to the community. So if you're interested in having a ribbon cutting, we can do that. We also produce a bunch of chamber events. We have webinars, presentations, annual meetings, networking luncheons, which we haven't fully activated yet. We were about ready to do it, and it looks like we might delay a little bit longer. Industry specific groups. This is new, and we're interested in doing it going forward. We want to connect people in specific industries with other people in their specific industries to help them network together. So for example, all salon owners should know all the other salon owners in Hermosa. Should we have another pandemic, it would be nice that they would be able to reach out together, band together, and find solutions and ways to stay alive and connect and help each other. Same with the restaurants together and retail and so forth. That's something we'll be cultivating here in the future. And then we do board elections, which members get to participate in and elect board members. We also have committees. We have a membership committee, a Downtown Hermosa Beach Association. They mostly advocate for the downtown area, for restaurants as well. Economic development, it's a committee with the city, and we regularly sit on a stakeholder committee group there, but we facilitate participation there and issues there. We have an aviation and PCH committee. A lot of people are like, hey, what about the businesses not downtown? We have a committee focused on making sure that we bring light and bring attention and focus on districts outside of the downtown area. And we have a marketing committee because marketing needs to happen. All this to say, we also have new event we've added to the mix, member meetings. We now have a monthly virtual member meeting that happens on the 4th Tuesday of every month. Our next one is August 24th on Tuesday. It's always 9 a.m. I believe we generally request that you RSVP because we'd like to know how many people are coming, but we always have a representative from the city. It's generally Christy Teague. We always have a representative from the Hermosa Beach Police Department, and we always have a city council person in attendance, and we have an agenda topic. We like to ask businesses how their business is going, how are things in the state of the city. We read the room, talk about topics as they relate to the climate in business in Hermosa, but then we also address any other issues, events going on in the city, things that are going on with the chamber, and answer questions specifically for new members, old members, anybody. This is an opportunity for somebody to come to that member meeting and say, hey, I heard that city council was going to vote to take away XYZ from businesses. Is that true? That is a perfect opportunity to come to a member meeting and bring up that topic. You have a council member there, you have city there, you have the chief of police there, usually, if not him, a lieutenant, to answer questions. If you're having a business where there's some crime spree happening, this is a perfect opportunity to come and bring it up. At our last meeting, somebody brought up a council issue that was coming up about zoning and mixed use. Somebody else brought up some crime spree that was happening with some delinquents, and both of those issues were addressed. We also talked about the state of retail in Hermosa. It's a great opportunity to come to the meetings. They are specifically 1 hour. They're virtual, so you can just come in on audio, but we do ask people to participate and share how their business is going if possible. So with that, we also do public chamber events, and they're also for chamber members. We have an annual gala that we do with Man and Woman of the Year that the community nominates. Very exciting. We also typically host the State of the City, where the mayor does a whole presentation on the state of Hermosa Beach. And this year will be with Mayor Massey, and it'll be in October. And we're looking forward to that. We also, the chamber produces a bunch of community events that many people don't know that the chamber does. They think the city does, but actually the chamber produces these events. We have a contract with the city and we produce them. We do the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We do all the sidewalk sales, including spring, summer, and holiday. We do the Memorial Day and Labor Day Fiesta, which I'll talk about here in a second. We do the holiday tree lighting, which is going to be paired up with the holiday open house and sidewalk sale this year. And we do a New Year's celebration. So we do a lot of events. Fiesta is coming up. It is September 4th through the 6th with a special locale 90254 party happening Friday night, September 3rd. There's ample ways to participate. Mike, as you know, you came in interested in Fiesta. The traditional Fiesta as it happens with vendors in the streets and so forth is something we love, and we want to continue that tradition. But with COVID, we had to do a modified event, so that's not happening this go round. That said, we are offering chamber members the opportunity to use their frontage of their retail space in the downtown area to do a sidewalk sale. And then we are offering chamber members that don't have frontage in the downtown area to utilize donated frontage area to exhibit, put up a booth, put up a table, and be up and open Fiesta weekend. And so that is an opportunity that you're going to be able to take advantage of. And we'll be doing pairings later this week. So we did it last week or 2 weeks ago for the summer sidewalk celebration, and it went off amazingly. We had a bunch of exhibitors on chamber members and Hermosa small businesses on the sidewalk. And it was amazing. People were very excited to see new businesses. It turns out they weren't really new. They were just businesses really outside of the downtown area that people don't usually get to walk by and see. So it was an opportunity to really showcase some businesses that don't get a lot of walking space, and businesses that don't have retail fronts, that don't have physical space. They get to participate. We do also offer sponsorships here at the chamber as well. We are a nonprofit, completely independent of the city. We are funded in most part by Fiesta revenue, which, as you can imagine, without 3 Fiestas in a row, we took a huge hit. And we're going to hopefully make a little bit, I'm knocking on wood, hopefully make a little bit of revenue off of this coming Fiesta, but we're still in a little bit of a bruised area. We also make a little bit of profit off of dues, but as you likely know, our dues are much lower than our neighboring cities. And We make very little off of the other events that we produce. So with that said, we depend heavily on sponsorships, and we look forward to making partners. We have an annual sponsorship that gets recognized all year long and then gets a discount on any other sponsorship opportunities they jump into. But we also have events and projects for people that can become sponsors, including at Fiesta, sidewalk sales, gift exchanges. We coordinate with the community. You have more exposure to resident communities, and webinars and community projects. A lot of people shy away from sponsorship opportunities because they think we're asking for thousands of dollars, which we do for big events. But there are also opportunities to sponsor things as little as $250, $500 for smaller projects that we do. And you could be the sole sponsor of a resident gift exchange at a low amount and be able to have a lot of exposure and your name out there. So there's opportunities for sponsorships. You can always talk to me if you're interested in doing that. We publicize when we do them, but we also have a regular annual sponsor deck that we make available to everybody. So you can ask us if you have any interest in that. We also have for anybody that doesn't know, the South Bay Workforce Investment Board is a fabulous nonprofit organization that exists here in the South Bay that provides staffing opportunities for small businesses. In many cases, they pay for your staffing for a set amount of time. During COVID, I think there was an opportunity to get a staff member for up to 10 months. There's some paperwork you have to fill out, and there's a time period where you have to sort and feel out and see if the person's a right fit. But there's a lot of opportunities. If you're interested in being connected with somebody at the SBWIB, let us know and we will totally connect you. With all that said, here's my contact information, and you've met Shy and Millie. You can reach Millie at events@hbchamber.net and Shy at info@hbchamber.net. And I'm always available at president@hbchamber.net. We're pretty easy to find online, but you can also reach Jan Britton and Marina, who you met today, through the board. They're also available on our website. We are here to answer questions. We're here to be a resource for business. We would like to make sure that you are proud to be a part of the chamber. So we're here always to help and serve your business.